guys, it's Christy. I haven't created content in a long time and I'm super excited about this video. Just as a warning, it is mating and nesting season for the geese, so you'll probably hear a lot of background noise. But today I wanted to, since it's spring has sprung, I wanted to put together a succulent garden in this beautiful bowl. I've always loved this bowl and I never knew quite what to do with it. So I wanted to create this beautiful garden in here for the screened-in porch. So the first thing I'm going to do, since succulents need a lot of drainage and there is no hole in this bowl, I'm going to go ahead and put in gravel. I'm probably going to do about 2 inches because this bowl is quite deep. So I'm just going to go ahead and layer in about 2 inches deep of this gravel. This will allow for a lot of good drainage so their roots don't rot. That's the last thing I want to do, is plant a beautiful garden and then kill it. So this is the first time I've ever created a succulent garden. I've always wanted to do it. They're so adorable. They're easy to maintain. You just have to be careful not to overwater or underwater. Alright, so I have a good layer of this gravel in here. This is really nice white gravel. And then I picked up some soil that's specifically for cactus and succulents. So we're going to go ahead and open this. I should have brought my little scissors. Oh, easy. Okay, so what I'd like to do is put in a good amount of my soil. I'm going to add more to it as I add the plants. So I think that's probably a good start right there, and I'll just dig in there anytime I need it. All right. So I'm going to get, oh, that's so nice. It's nice and light. It allows for drainage too, because obviously succulents and cactus need less water than a lot of other plants. So what I did was I went to the nursery and I picked out a bunch of succulents, which was really hard to do because there's so many beautiful succulents out there. So I did 3 of what I'll call anchor plants. These are 2 of them, and then this guy here. And I tried to choose, you know, different colors and things that would complement each other, but also give some contrast. So what I'm going to do is, I think I want this one to overhang the bowl here. So I'm probably going to go ahead and plant this first. I'm going to take it out, and these are very forgiving, succulents are, so I don't want all this root in here. So what I'm going to do is actually just take some of it off. It can handle it. So I'm going to tear off what I want. I'm leaving plenty of roots. There we go. These are just so gorgeous. I love the red, the green, and the lighter green, which is almost yellow. Now, I'm not an expert on succulents, so I won't be able to give you some, technical terms. This is more of a DIY for amateurs like myself. So I'm just going to pull the soil, away from the edge a little bit, press some of it up against the edge so these roots have that soil there. I'm going to lay this baby down. Let's see. I'm going to take a look here, get it the right angle. I think I like it right there, cascading down over the bowl. Then I'm just going to move the soil to cover that root ball. I'm probably going to put a little more soil up underneath the plant as well. All right. So one of my other anchors, I envisioned this dead center to give some height. So I'm going to plant this one right in the middle. And again, I'm just going to clear out the soil. You can use gloves. I use them sometimes, but I like to feel the earth. So again, I'm going to take this out of the pot. I'm going to go ahead and remove a lot of this root ball because I don't want it taking up space in our terrarium / garden over here. I'm making a mess, as usual. I can blow it up out here just as easily as I can blow it up in the kitchen. All right, these are so gorgeous. And what I'm going to do is, as I have this sitting out in the warmer weather, I won't need to water it but maybe once a week. And when it's cooler weather, even less often than that. Okay, I'm gonna move him back just a tad bit here. Yeah, I like it offset because I'm gonna fill in with all these gorgeous little babies here. So once I get that guy in place, this is gonna be my next anchor. And I think I want it sitting over here. This way I could fill in between all of these anchor plants and have plenty of space for these little babies. So this one, I'm going to put some of the dirt back into its pot. That's what I should have been doing all along, but we learn as we go along. And that's why I'm doing this video, because I like to do things for the first time and share with other people so we can all learn as I'm doing it. Not everyone is an expert, but we all love to do things you know, that we're not real proficient at, and that's how we learn. So I'm gonna place this one. I think I want it to kind of, yeah, I think I want it to sit right in here so that it's kind of leaning on that edge. And also, look at that, that's beautiful together. I love that. Okay, again, I'm gonna put some soil right around that root ball. And I'm gonna get a little bit of the soil up underneath, in between these two. And I have a little brush that I can use after I'm done with this, so that any soil that does get into the succulents can easily be brushed out. It's like a little paintbrush. So let's see. I think what I want to do is maybe this guy right here. You can kind of play around with it, move things around, in and out, kind of. Oh, that's a beautiful contrast. I love that nice bright green. All right. These little pots are cute. I can put some of my new succulents into those, because you know you can propagate succulents very easily just by taking a piece off, laying it on top of soil and watering it, and within a couple of weeks you'll have nice, new, beautiful succulents. I love this little guy. Okay, so I don't have to remove too much of his root ball. So again, I'm going to dig a little hole, press some of the soil up against the edge of the bowl, so all of his roots will have soil around them. Oh yeah. Actually, I think I want them up a little higher. So let's get some of this soil. Put some soil down in here. Oh yeah, there we go. That lifts them up nice. So again, since these plants are so easy to propagate, as they're growing throughout this next year, because this will probably stay in this bowl for a good year before I take it apart to do anything else with it. So as they're growing, I could take pieces of each one, you know, as I trim them, and put them on top of some soil, spritz them with water, and have brand new plants. So now I need to figure out, I think I like this guy right here for the contrast in between. So we're going to try that out and see how it looks. Oh yeah. I think I like that right there. Okay. So let me dig down in here a little bit. And you can move these guys around as needed, because at the end you're going to add a little more soil in between and then give it a nice little water. And you won't have to water it again for a while. Now since we have this cascading, I feel like I would like to see a little cascade over here to kind of offset it. So I think this guy is going to be perfect. Yeah, that's so cute. All right, let's get this one in place. I just love the varieties of these succulents, and I even considered putting some cactus in here, but I figured on my first try, I'm just going to go for the succulents. And then we'll do some cactus later. There we go. Okay, so that's that side of the arrangement. And I want it to look beautiful from all sides. So I'm going to turn this around. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. I am loving the look of this succulent garden so far. It's so pretty. All right, so now we're on a new side, and I think I want to, oh, I think I want to put this guy front and center on the back side, or it's actually not back or front, but these are pretty dramatic, so I would consider this the front. So I'm going to put this guy on the back, on the side that we're working on, and I want him to stick up nice and, there we go. I think that's going to be a good height for that one. So I'm going to get a little soil in here around him. I want to have some soil in the pot to work with. There we go. And I think I'm going to trim this little piece off once I'm complete. So what I want to do now is kind of center a couple of them here, and then, or no, we'll put two on this side. I think maybe this one and this one can go on this side, and then that'll leave space for the other two. Yeah, I think I like that. I love how some of these just cascade over the side. I think it creates a little more drama and fills it in really nice. So this little guy is going to go right in here. And I love to get them right up to the edge and slightly over the edge when possible, it seems like on this one. Because I feel like they have a little more space, and then they can kind of grow out and over the bowl. So let's see, I'm just going to have another, this little guy, I have to decide if I want him angled or straight down in. I think I might do this guy straight down in there. So again, moving my soil around. I'm going to have to remove some of his root ball because he's got a pretty big root ball. This is so much fun. I love springtime, time of renewal and trying new things and getting back out into nature more. I have my garden going. I'm going to have to do a video to show you guys all the stuff I'm growing. I have so many vegetables. I've planted like 35 varieties this year, so I'll definitely have to do a video, take you on a tour. All right. Okay, I feel like I want to lift this up a little bit and get some soil in there. And as I'm moving through this, I'm seeing how easy it is to, move these guys around there. They're easy to work with. And then let's see. I'm going to put this little guy right next to this beautiful cascade. Let me just loosen up the root ball and let's see here. There we go. All right, let's make some room. It's so cool how you can fit such a variety of plants into this one container, and they are going to grow beautifully. I've seen some people's gardens like this, and this is going to grow in so nice. And like I said, then I'll have the opportunity to propagate all of these varieties for myself for other projects. And let's get this guy in here. I'm just loving this. I think he's going to go in at an angle because I really like how tall he is. And I feel like that's going to create, oh yeah, I think that's going to be it right there. All right, I'm going to put a little more soil in between a couple of these that I just planted. There we go, beautiful. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys love this as much as I do. I feel like from every angle, it's so beautiful and different. It has such personality. I'm super happy with this. It's gonna look great on my table outside. It's gonna have just enough light from being on the porch. It'll get filtered sunlight, and just keep an eye on the leaves and make sure that, if they're looking a little less plump, that you start watering a little bit more, and don't overwater. If they start looking wrinkly and rough, then you might want to give them a little more sun and not water them quite as much. So there it is. I hope you guys had a great time watching this video. I had a wonderful time making it. It's so nice to be back.